So today is a very special day. It is Sharad Poornima, and we need to understand its significance and how it works. See, those people who are doctors and let's say midwives, or they are gynecologists, pediatricians, doctors in general, and these in particular, as well as caregivers, people in the caregiving professions. For instance, they could be healers, they could be therapists. They are all dealing with the mind. So also people in the food industry, catering, okay, and let's say having anything to do with waters, for instance, naval people and all these. Then land, agriculture, pesticides, all these people typically have something special related to the moon in their chart, because the moon influences these people in a different way, that is in a very, very benefic way. And of course, the moon has a lot of influence on each one of us. We've got to remember that the body is 70% water, and you know that the moon has its influence on the waters, high tide, low tide, all these things. And the moon represents the mind. That is why people with mental illnesses during this Amavasya phase or during the Poornima phase, they undergo either some kind of a negative, they come down into a depressive mood, or during Poornima they may go over to the overexcited side and things like that. Why are we discussing all this? Because today is Sharad Poornima, and the moon by herself is a natural benefic. When we look at the horoscope, the sun is the father and the moon is the mother. So she is a natural healer, she is a natural benefic, and today, or rather tonight, she is closest to the earth. She goes round, and one cycle of the moon is roughly 29.5 days. So within these 29.5 days, she passes through 8 cycles, and each of those cycles actually has a significance, it has a meaning. And if we are really particular, we can actually, take advantage of those cycles and do things accordingly. We don't need to know the names of the cycles as such, but yes, we can know what each cycle represents, and we'll come to that. Tonight, the moon's rays will be, because the moon herself will be very close to the earth, so she will have a very, very benefic healing influence on people. Okay, and so generally what people do is, and the things which are related to the moon are milk, rice and sugar. See, all white things. For the sun we use gur, jaggery. For the moon we use sugar. So rice, milk and sugar. So typically people will make payasam, that is kheer. And what they will do is they will keep it on the roof. They will keep that bowl of payasam or kheer on the roof, and they will cover it with a jali or a sieve of sorts, so that the rays of the moon touch that, and the moon leaves her influence on it. And it's something that is regularly practiced by many people, and up north I've seen it as a regular thing happening every year. Next day the family will consume that kheer. So that's how it goes. So today, in order to invoke her blessings, we are going to do the Ho'oponopono chant. And now I'm going to tell you what those 8 phases broadly signify. You don't need to know the names of the phases. The names are different, but the signification we are going to see. So we are, this count actually begins from Amavasya, but because today is Sharad Poornima, we are beginning from here. So culmination, Poornima, culmination, things are brought to completion, fruition, culmination. And because something has culminated, the next phase is gratitude, and then release, and then surrender, and then new beginnings, then growth, challenges, refinement. So these are those 8 phases within one single cycle of the moon. And so today when we do the chant, we are going to do 2 chants for each of these 8 phases. So that's how we are going to do. And we are directly going to address the moon. So the moon is inside us. As I told you in one of the earlier sessions, you have the solar, chakra center, the solar center, the solar plexus, and what we are referring to as the lunar center is your heart. And so the moon represents your internal emotional state. And so we are addressing that part of us within us, which is the emotional center. Dear moon, I'm sorry for my resistance to receiving the full force of your healing. Please forgive me for resisting your blessings. I love you for bringing my plans to completion. Thank you for the clarity you bring to me. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear moon, I'm sorry for not recognizing the blessings in my life. Please forgive me for delaying things unnecessarily. I love you for encouraging me to go on. Thank you for the healing you bring. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear moon, I'm sorry for not being grateful enough for what I already have. Please forgive me for not appreciating enough. I love you for your benevolence. Thank you for teaching me to be happy in small things. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear moon, I'm sorry for not celebrating my achievements and wins. Please forgive me for the imbalance I have created. I love you and I'm grateful to you. Thank you for being gentle and kind. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear moon, I'm sorry for not releasing fear. Please forgive me for not embracing change. I love you for the hope you offer me. Thank you for showing me the light. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear moon, I'm sorry for not releasing the emotional burdens that are weighing me down. Please forgive me for holding on to grudges and complaints. I love you for encouraging me to be hopeful. Thank you for cheering me up. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear Moon, I'm sorry for pushing forward when I should have surrendered. Please forgive me for not trusting your wisdom. I love you for the way you flow in my life. Thank you for your support. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear Moon, I'm sorry for not setting clear intentions. Please forgive me for trying to take shortcuts. I love you for your moments of renewal. Thank you for helping me to create new beginnings in my life. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear Moon, I'm sorry for not planning seriously. Please forgive me for not taking action. I love you for your good sense. Thank you for being so stable and sensible. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear Moon, I'm sorry for not taking my plans forward. Please forgive me for not initiating things. I love you for your curiosity and wonder. Thank you for being so encouraging. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear Moon, I'm sorry for fearing the challenges that come with growth and change. Please forgive me for resisting the lessons which come to me through obstacles. I love you for your wisdom. Thank you for being so patient. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear Moon, I'm sorry for expecting that there should be no more hurdles. Please forgive me for shutting down and freezing. I love you for supporting my progress. Thank you for urging me to overcome my fears and doubts. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear Moon, I'm sorry for not refining and readjusting my focus. Please forgive me for not revisiting my plans and refining them. I love you for silently teaching me patience. Thank you for bringing me hope. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Dear Moon, I'm sorry for not reflecting on the progress I have made. Please forgive me for not adjusting my plans. I love you and I value you. Thank you for your constant support. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And now we'll do the I forgive myself statements. Dear Moon, I forgive myself for not focusing on completing what I have begun. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear Moon, I forgive myself for not reflecting on the progress I have made. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear Moon, I forgive myself for not being grateful enough. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear Moon, I forgive myself for not introspecting. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear Moon, I forgive myself for not looking at the bigger picture. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear Moon, I forgive myself for not trusting in the process of life. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear moon, I forgive myself for not taking sufficient action. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear moon, I forgive myself for not resting and preparing for renewal. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear moon, I forgive myself for not releasing what no longer serves me. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear moon, I forgive myself for resisting decision making. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear moon, I forgive myself for not surrendering to the divine. Please repeat, I forgive myself. Dear moon, I forgive myself for not forgiving and not letting go. Please repeat, I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I completely and absolutely forgive myself. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you.